What's going on, guys? This is going to be 5 tips to help you boost your Instagram photos. Some of these tips are just going to help you boost your photography in general though. So the first thing up is things coming out of your subject's head that's not really pleasing, you know, like none of your friends have trees coming out of their heads, maybe besides the old Weeknd, but that's beside the point. Try to move, 2 steps to the left, 2 steps to the right, where you don't have maybe a tree, a pole coming straight out of the top of your subject's head. So the next thing up is to stay away from typical poses and photos because they've already been done before. You have to get creative and think outside the box because, if you see 10 photos that are the exact same and one photo that's something different, chances are that one photo is going to be more memorable and chances are you're going to like that one photo a lot more than the 10 typical photos. That's why try to find a different angle on things that have already been photographed because that one different angle will stand out from the rest. The next thing up is straighten those lines. There's nothing worse than seeing a crazy off-centered or off-straightened horizon line. Like if you're shooting a landscape or even just a portrait and say you're standing in a doorway, make sure the doorway is straight unless that's what you're going for, unless you're going for like that very artsy, crazy, weird looking kind of post, because even if it's a little bit off, it kind of looks weird. And I think there's just like a ball that's gonna like roll down the hill or like through the frame because it's not centered and it's just really weird looking. So the next thing up is to take your photos in portrait mode or vertical mode, as some people like to call it. It takes up more screen real estate when you're scrolling through because nobody's viewing Instagram in landscape mode, so that just makes it so it takes up more space on people's phones. So take your photos in vertical mode and try to, if you're doing a portrait, try not to take up the whole frame with the portrait. Try to leave a little bit of space because the fact of Instagram's crop ratio is 4:5. I'll give you a kind of an example somewhere in this video. Personally, I still struggle with this. It is kind of hard to make it work all the time because, when you're out shooting, you just want to shoot. And then when you get home, you're like, yo, this is gonna be the best Instagram post ever. And then when you go to post it, it's like, but it's cropping stuff out. The next thing up is to get outside your comfort zone because when you're comfortable, you just do what works. You don't do anything different, anything new, anything that might surprise people. So a prime example of this is like MySpace or even kind of like the old days like BlackBerry. They got too comfortable and they didn't evolve with, technology or anything like that. And they just didn't go anywhere. And now where are they? Nobody really follows them too much anymore. MySpace, like who even uses MySpace? So the next thing up is to pick your colors. The exact, color-esque that you want, the theme of your page that you want. Try to get your presets down. Maybe you're using Lightroom, or maybe you're just using Instagram filters. So pick your top filter and try to put that on every photo that you are uploading, because then you'll just have to do minor tweaks and it'll all flow with your general theme of your page. Figure out what you want your aspect ratio to be, whether it be, I'm aiming for Instagram stories, or I'm aiming for vertical posts on Instagram, or whether it be landscape or square mode. If you're aiming for square mode, then when you're out shooting Instagram photos that you kind of have to place your subject in the middle of the frame because that the corners are going to get cropped out. So with that being said, just plan for that. And most big Instagram photographers have their general theme. So they pick either it be vertical, landscape, square, and they stick to that no matter what. So their whole feed is the exact same. That's all my tips for this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you have any other tips, leave them in the comments below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next video, peace.